Michigan State. I don't think anybody anticipated they go to Champaign after the week that they had, after the turmoil they had in that program, and went and beat a ranked team, many people believe, who would win the Big Ten West Division and have a date with Michigan or Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship game. But that's exactly what they did. What did you make of how Michigan State went down there and got a win? And really, I don't want to say saved their season, but really went down there and kind of salvaged a complete spiral.
You know, it was a win. It was an ugly win. I mean, you saw the win. It was an ugly win, but the wind was blowing like crazy. It was the same wind, the same area, state of Illinois, kind of similar to what you saw in that Ohio State Northwestern game. That's where they blamed the low scoring and the lack of efficiency out of C.J. Stroud. So the same thing happened down there in Champaign. It was an ugly game. It was windy as hell. If you look at the stats, Illinois dominated Michigan State, but it's not about that. It's about finding the plays that you need to win, finding the turnovers, and making the plays in that moment. This is a good win for them. Look, man, this is the state of Michigan. Now, do I hate them when we play against them? Of course. Michigan State is my rival, so I do not like them. But at the same time, you want to see Mel Tucker have success. You want the state of Michigan to do well. You want to see Michigan State rebound after that ugly incident that was the tunnel 2 weeks ago now. So to get a win down there in Champaign, especially against a team that's ranked, it was a good job by them. Michigan State always finds these random ranked wins. You look at the COVID year, they beat Northwestern, who actually won the West in the Big Ten. They beat Michigan that year. Last year, they beat Michigan. They always find one of these ranked wins, even when they're playing terrible.
I'll just be honest with you, because that's what I am. I didn't want them to win. I never really want them to win, to be honest. So, beating Illinois, I tapped my hat to them. Brett Bielema was whining. Did you hear him after the game?
Yeah, he did. They got hurt every play.
Yeah, he was like, we couldn't get rolling. They were fake getting hurt. They were slowing us down. Brett, you didn't coach your team up, man. How do you lose that freaking game, Brett Bielema?
A lot of coaches have excuses in the Big Ten. I'm starting to notice that. It's starting to be a pattern.
How do you lose that game to a team that was beaten down like that, down 8 starters, down 8 players, 2 really good starters on that team? One the linebacker, I forget his name.
Kobe Wyndham.
Yeah. You don't even have him. And they beat Illinois on the road, and now they're 10-point favorites against Rutgers. And you laughed when you saw that. You said to me, Ryan, you said, that's a mistake, right, man? Rutgers is favorite. I'm like, no. Rutgers stinks. Michigan State is back. They beat Illinois on the road. So, do I want them to win? No. I don't want them to win. Was I surprised they won last week? Very.
I don't have a rooting interest at all, to be honest with you. I couldn't care less whether they win or whether they lost, but because they did win,
bro.
No, I really don't. I have no emotion whatsoever towards Michigan State at all.
I like them losing. That's just me.
It was fine. I was so shocked by it. I was so surprised because I really felt, and still potentially could be, that after the week that they had, the thing was going to spiral out of control. And I think you have to give them credit, whether you want them to win or whether you want them to lose, because they did hold that thing together in the 7 days after the incident in the tunnel at Michigan. When they could have gone a certain way and kind of dug themselves an even bigger hole, they didn't, kind of rallied together. And I think you've got to give Mel Tucker credit for that. Whether you like him or not, I couldn't care less about the guy, but you got to give him credit.
You definitely got to give him credit for it. I will give him credit for being able to refocus, block out distractions, and have a focused week of practice that got you a win. Like, the game was ugly, but a win is a win. We talk about that. But in terms of giving them credit, you're talking about a team that was 11-3 last year. You're talking about a team that was 11-3. I understand K9 is no longer there, and then Jalen Naylor is gone. Outside of that, you got a lot of players from that team last year. So being a team in Illinois that hasn't been proven to be that good of a team, I mean, this is what they paid you $95 million for. So this is, the job comes with bumps and bruises. Now, that was a hell of a bump, and that was a hell of a bruise in that tunnel, no pun intended. But $95 million, this is what comes with it. You have to find ways. You got to be able to get over adversity. You got to be able to refocus the troops. When you get $95 million, man, all that excuses and all that other stuff, it goes out the window.